This is the Sequentum Skyfire Checkout. Basically, you just, the first thing it does is it launches a search agent that responds to a prompt. Find me the best Bose headphones to buy. Of course, you could have lots of different use cases here. You could be a rebar Coupa, facilitating acquisitions on behalf of someone. I'm going to go ahead and choose one, authorize the payment.
Yep. So what's happening here is for these enrolled cards, your agent now has access to any card that has been enrolled. So if you choose that card, we'll verify now. And this is you saying, okay, I'm going to allow my Sequentum agent to be able to pay $470 in this case at Bose.com. What's great there is that agent now has a signed transaction of you allowing it to spend that amount, which is what we use to be able to give back that agent a tokenized credit card. And you're going to see that get put to use here.
Right. And so what they're doing is they're sending us that temporary credit card and the buyer information, and we're sticking it into an agent and automating that checkout. It always waits a moment in that interchange, and then you'll be able to see the agent going ahead and checking out.
Now, the cool thing here, at least that we see issues with, is if you don't have a best in market agent or automation platform, this is actually, there's a lot of stuff here that is actually pretty hard to do.
Yeah.
And I think it's overlooked by that. If you're starting out in the space,
they're like, we'll use visual AI, it'll work perfectly. It doesn't work at all. But we've perfected this web automation over 18 years. And we have this low code system, and it's, 95% of what you need to do, you could do through point and click. There's a visual editor.
So Sarah, what are we looking at right
now? It's just waiting on that temporary card that you're going to send over. And this is the checkout cart. And now it's checking out. And now we can go back over here. It's exporting. And it's basically sending all of those files over to Skyfire. There's a video audit. There's a log file audit. There's screenshots every step of the way. When it's complete, there's your receipt, nice. Right? That purchase the agents, and you can see, what gets sent back, right? So a lot of people don't trust this process. So, we're obsessed with trust. Our tagline is trust in data. In this case, it's trust in agents. So we have screenshots every step of the way. And we have a video, which you can also play of exactly how the checkout happened. And then, of course, at the end, there's our log file. So you can really go and audit exactly how this happened. And that goes a long way when it comes to building trust.
Absolutely. Especially if things do go wrong, the ability of actually seeing what has happened is critical. And that's been something, at least, that we've used Sequentum for, is having that kind of visibility if you ever need to debug one of these web flows.
Yep. Yeah. If you need to debug, if you need to understand, if anything, because there's always edge cases with these websites. And the other thing about Sequentum that you should know is we have, or Craig knows this and his team knows this, we have data validation, success criteria, quality checks every step of the way. So we have those kind of internal guardrails. So the second that website is different and it's not working the way you expect, we have everything in place to immediately basically point, click, fix and get it back online right away with a human in the loop. So we can automatically do it. In our case, our customers who are in regulated industries, they're not really trusting that. So instead, we have a human in the loop process.
Yeah. So what I love about this demo is that these are not bespoke integrations using Sequentum. And now with a wallet service, you're able to come in and build an agentic commerce experience that has a degree of ubiquity. And that has been the promise with agentic commerce, is if you are doing a retail platform, if you're doing even B2B payments, you need to have a dynamic solution to where you can securely pay, but have a high reliability on that service.
You need that security. You need those federated identities to be able to log in to MCP or an API from your, from the agent, environment and context, but you need to be able to do it in a way that's safe, secure, and audited.
Completely.
You're completely governed.
Yeah.
Solution.
And that's one of the reasons I'm so excited about our partnership, is that if you're out there and you're saying, hey, I want to, one, build agents that can go out and do things, like you have a solution. You have a solution now. It's Sequentum with a wallet. And the second piece is, I think, also interesting. If you happen to be a merchant and hearing this, that's also a place where we can help out as well, to make it easier for agents to be able to completely check out. Because, I mean, just from what we've seen, the amount of inbound use cases that you and I are both seeing once we've announced this partnership are incredible. Payment
We
solutions.
just talked to our first customer this morning to get the details in place.
If there are so many various use cases of automation with some kind of payment at the end of it, that gets me really excited, because now there's a way to do it in a PCI compliant fashion, not just through the Sequentum platform, but also how the cards are handled, which is the wallet solution that we provide.